Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sunday Chat.
Sunday Chat!
Yes. I got teal hair. A teal flash. That's what it's called, a flash.
You're sort of all like
Teal.
coordinating, aren't you?
Teal fantasy. Extravaganza. Yes, that's me. I love teal. I love this colour. I love it.
We should be doing it there.
It's one of my favourite colours, that sort of blue-green, sea, aqua. You know, all those kind of palettes. I love that. No, I do.
Is that a palette?
A palette. Anyway, welcome to the bloody show. Let's get on with things, Paul. Why don't we? We've got lots to talk about. But first, let's say a big bloody welcome to all our new subscribers for joining us here on Richard and Paul. That's Richard and Paul, a YouTube channel by Richard and Paul. We've got lots of other platforms as well that you can join us on too. Facebook, Richard and Paul, and a Facebook group, Planet Vegetaria, and Instagram, Twitter, and Coffee. That's Coffee for supporters, where you can support us for the small price of a cup of coffee at an expensive restaurant.
No, I've been to expensive restaurants.
It's
They're
not.
more than that.
It's not actually, is it? Because, I mean, how much do you pay for a cup? I have no idea. I've got
I
no
think
idea.
the last time I bought a coffee at Starbucks, it was $3.85.
Well, there you go. It's less than the price of a cup of coffee. For 2 coffees, that is, 1 each.
The most expensive coffee I've ever had was at the, I think it was what's it called?
I'm going to name drop now.
No, yes. Was it? I think it was the Carlton in Cannes.
Oh,
€19.50.
get out of here.
For a coffee.
Get out of here, Paul.
I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Have I got toast between my teeth?
No.
No. Good. That's good. We've just had lunch. We're late today.
Very
Very late because, well, it's weird actually because this week has been a strange week for sleep. I don't know about you, Paul, but I'm talking about me.
As per usual.
I do find, I'm sure I got toast.
I think it's a bit of onion. We had
Tasty.
cheesy onion
Anyway,
on
shush
toast.
now. I was talking
With
about
celery. It might be a bit of celery.
No, it's not. It's toast.
Toast.
At the change of season, la saison changée, I do find that my sleep is more disturbed.
Dormir.
Dormir, la dormir,
La dormir disturb.
disturbé. No,
Moi.
I do find that, I think it's because we probably tend to have the windows open at this time of year for the fresh air to come through, because that's nice at night, that cool night air. And we are then disturbed by people walking down the street inconsiderately, talking on their mobile phone in the middle of the night, and, you know, with no care in the world for anybody, lest those asleep in their beds. And
So you got woken up, is what you're saying?
in the week I got woken up, and that kind of, it was 3 o'clock, and I thought, oh, sod this, I'm getting up and having a cup of tea and some cheesecake. Just like the Golden Girls. And so I did, I got up, made tea, and then last night it was the windows, because they weren't shut, rattling in the wind. It was wild.
It got
Wow.
really, really windy.
It was windy, really windy.
Yeah.
Really windy.
I haven't been to the plot yet. I hope the poly's still there and the shed roof is still on.
It's been a low pressure week.
Yeah.
A week of low pressure systems coming in, probably off the Atlantic, so let's blame the Americans. So yeah, it's been kind of wild weather, rain, changeable skies, wild skies, full of lovely big fluffy Turner-esque clouds. Lovely, actually. I do like this time of year, but it has been windy. And when it's windy, one does worry about one's things at the plot.
Chattels.
Doesn't one?
Chattels.
One's chattels, goods and chattels. So, Paul, what's on the agenda for this week's Sunday chat?
I don't know.
Oh no, I've got the book.
Got the book.
Lovely, I've got my lovely notebook.
It starts with
my
weather.
royal
I know
notebook.
that. Yeah.
Encrusted with jewels. So we've said thank you, bloody thank you to all our new subscribers and people joining us. Join us now and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell so you never miss a Rich and Paul video.
You're in one of those moods today.
Disturbed sleep and an emotional week as well.
Yeah.
We've had... there's been sort of 3 emotional issues this week, hasn't there?
Well, I think there's been more than that, but yeah.
Well, no, for us, personally, you know, as many of you saw, Vivi's Auntie Teapot passed away at the weekend, which was very sad, and we never had the privilege of meeting Teapot, but we heard lots about her, so our hearts go out to Vivi. I know she's dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment. Then our friend lost her father on Tuesday, that's it, Tuesday. Let's get my bearings.
Auntie Teapot Monday, Trevor Tuesday.
Trevor Tuesday. Trevor was an actor in The Vicar of Dibley, and we're friends with his daughter, so that was very sad. And then our friend has gone to Canada to be with her mum, who's not well, with a terminal disease. So even though these people aren't our direct relatives, it affects us because you think about those people and what they're going through, and your hearts go out to them. You have moments of reflection, thinking about your own losses, and it just pushes a few buttons. And, you know, so the mood has been not sombre, but thoughtful and reflective.
And I also found out this week that somebody who used to fund a business that I worked for, Theatre Goers Club of Great Britain, he was called Sir Eddie Kulakundus, married to Susan Hampshire. I found out that he died about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had no idea about this until I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, where someone said to me, "Did you know this?" And of course it sets those things in motion. This is sort of when I first came to London in, gosh, when was that? I can't remember. 86, 8, 89, something like that.
Yeah, all right, we get the picture.
But the last time I saw Eddie was we were chatting in St Martin's Lane, and Mum and Dad were there as well. And Eddie was a big guy, tall and big. And Mum and Dad were called by a friend of ours Mr. and Mrs. Pepperpot, because they were quite small and petite. And it just brought back the memory of Dad standing next to Eddie, or Sir Eddie, as I should call him. He was just so different. And Dad looked up at Eddie and he went, "You're quite big, aren't you?" And it was one of those moments with your parents when they say something, it's like, especially when it's your boss, basically.
So, an emotionally tinged week, reflective, thoughtful. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bloody thank you. We've got a thank you to say.
Oh!
Paul, that was your cue.
Sorry, Jane, I didn't pick up on his cue.
Thank you to Jane Kelly of Jane's Allotment.
So Jane has sent me
Where's
this...
that thing to open? There was a thing to open.
I've opened it.
What's inside it?
So thank you, Jane, for sending this book. It was originally published in 1935.
What book is it?
And it's about this person called Claire Leighton.
Oh.
Who was an artist, an engraver, but also loved her garden. And it's about how, before she moved to America, she lived in a place that was really her own, and a house and a beautiful garden.
Was she related to Frederick Leighton?
She was related to Frederick Leighton.
Who was purportedly a distant relative of mine.
Was it David Leighton?
Frederick Leighton, the artist.
Yeah, I think it was.
I do know a little bit about art, just a tiny bit.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that up now because I can't read. It's too close. But anyway, thank you for this. And
what's it called?
4 hedges.
4 hedges. Is that like 4 candles?
No, it's like 4 hedges. Candles are very different to hedges. And with it came a little note. There's always lovely notes that come from Jane.
Where is the lovely note, Paul? Is it there? Yeah.
A lovely note from Jane, and inside was a little spotted parcel. And inside the spotted parcel were some seeds.
What kind of seeds?
Melon seeds.
Oh, melon seeds. Seeds of the melon.
So do you want to explain what this is about?
Well, I think I might have to shed some light on this. So, the lovely Jim from the Lake Effect Gardener and Jane Kelly from Jane's Allotment are doing a lovely transatlantic melon challenge. Melon grow.
Melon growing challenge.
Melon challenge, I think it is. I'll put the hashtag and the details in the description below so you can join in and grow some big juicy melons. I think they missed a trick on that hashtag.
I'm not sure they did.
It could have been Jim and Jane's Juicy Melons, couldn't it?
It could have been. It could have been. There was also a thought at one point, I understand, of doing hashtag melon off, as in melon off.
Yeah.
But that's got a very different connotation to it. So, yes, they've gone for the hashtag they've gone for, which you're going to put on the screen.
I will do. I'll put the details below so you can join in and watch their lovely video that they did together, transatlantically.
So, one is a cantaloupe melon called Minnesota Midget. And the other is a watermelon called Sugar Baby.
And the challenge is with the cantaloupe to see how many of those you can grow on one plant. And with the watermelon, it's to see how big and juicy you can grow it. So, I for one can't wait to see the success of Jim's seeds and Jane's melons come September.
It's amazing because Jim showed us his buns and his nuts a few weeks ago,
yes.
And now we're dealing with Jane's melons.
Lovely.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
So,
and interestingly, yesterday, I hadn't opened the spotted doodah because Jane said to wait until Saturday when the video came out. So I didn't know what it was. But yesterday I was talking to one of our plot holders and I was saying next year, i.e. 2022, I really want to grow melons because Dad used to grow cantaloupe melons.
Now thinking about the practicalities, are we still recording, Paul?
Yeah.
Thinking about the practicalities of melons and their size, do you think you're going to be able to squeeze Jane's melons into your little crevices?
I think they'll just about fit.
Good.
I think they will.
Good.
In fact, they're going to be tucked behind our aubergine. Lovely.
Ooh. Why have we stopped?
Have you set an alarm?
Yeah.
Oh right, I thought you hadn't set an alarm.
Yeah. So, with that in mind, Paul, let's move on to the next segment.
Which is...
Paul, you've been doing lots of seed sowing videos for people, the good people of YouTube, to watch recently. You wanted to talk about those videos, Paul. What did you want to say?
I just wanted to say that in March we sort of start to get into the swing of sowing more seeds. And I planted up some asparagus yesterday, so we'll put a link for that. That's growing asparagus in containers, which I haven't done for 46 years, I realised when I was doing it. The last time I grew asparagus in containers was with Dad when I was about 8. So that's lovely, and fingers crossed for those. But we've got so many seeds that we're going to be sowing. The next are going to be peas sown direct in the ground, and also our train Oh, what are they called?
Train driver.
Train driver mountain
driver.
range. Train spotting came into my head then. Train driver mountain range peas and also the Oregon sugar pods that are doing really well in modules. They need to be planted in the ground. So hopefully this will. Hopefully this week we'll get around to that. Yeah.
Oh.
And other things. And potatoes
fabulous.
very soon.
Potatoes.
I need to check out our sea potatoes, see if they're okay.
Potatoes, peas, beans, and melons. I'm just seeing how long I can smile for.
It's longer than usual, that's certainly right.
Well, I've noticed people on programmes smile a lot, don't they?
Yeah. I do actually notice when I'm doing my video, I start laughing and I go quite serious. There was an episode of Superstore, wasn't there, where Dina and Garrett had a smile off. Is that what you're doing now? You're having a smile off?
A smile off. I thought, though, I'm trying to do it like the presenters do.
Because it always makes you happy and lovely
they're
when
always,
you do that.
They're always smiling when they talk, and I just wonder, they say that it takes fewer muscles to smile than it does to frown. I'm not sure that's correct because my face is aching now.
But that's because you're so unused to smiling, that's why. My face is okay at the moment because I smile quite a lot. But I do have a lot more lines than Richard.
Oh, God.
Don't I?
Oh, you've reminded me.
So you stop smiling? Oh dear.
Let's get on with the show, shall we?
Little things, please,
So,
little minds.
Paul, also, no, in all seriousness,
Seriousness.
You've been listening to audiobooks,
I have.
haven't you? And you found them quite a revelation.
I've been rather enjoying them. Yeah, I've listened to a few, mainly in the sort of fiction that I normally read, and I've gone on to a few things which are biographical, and I've quite enjoyed it. So I had that 30,000 bottles of wine and a pig called Helga, which I absolutely loved. It was great. I see the guys now got a new book out, so I'm hoping that there'll be a new Audible available next year for that new book. But then I went on to another one called Afloat, about a young woman who decides to buy a canal boat and live on a canal boat.
Ooh.
And what was really
I
interesting...
always fancied that, Paul.
Well, we've always said that we'd like to do a canal boat trip.
No, to live on one.
Well, one of the people at Social Farms and Gardens, she's now living on a canal
It has to be
boat.
quite big.
They've downsized. It's a narrow boat that they're
You can
on.
get a good one for about 50,000, can't you?
I don't know.
Or decked out.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
you can.
I don't know. But I was reading that, and the lovely thing is, I think she picked it up in Twickenham. When I say picked it up, I don't mean picked it up. I mean, picked it up. And then she was going to go to the River Lee, which is on the other side of London. And the way she got to the River Lee was basically by coming up the Thames and then coming into the Grand Union Canal, which its entrance to the Thames is about 2-3 miles away from us. And she did that whole journey, and she talked about the Flight of Locks at Hanwell, where we are, and going into the Paddington Basin arm, and it was a lovely. There was something which came up later on about her life early on, which was quite dark, but it was a good read. It was a good listen. And I think it's great. Sometimes when I'm working in on the plot, I want to listen to things. Sometimes I just want nature around me. Other times I just want to listen to the hubble bubble of allotment life, and sometimes I want to listen to something. So I really enjoyed that.
Hubble bubble, you mean hubbub?
Hubbub.
You don't mean hubble bubble, do you?
Toil and trouble. Hubble bubble, toil and trouble. You're digging a trench and you have trouble.
Really? No. Do you remember Hubba Bubba?
Was that a chewing
Bubble
gum?
gum. Bubble
yeah,
gum.
bubble gum. Yeah.
Lovely.
You could get it in blue. I didn't know that.
I never had blue.
I saw it in blue the other day. That's really bizarre.
Anyway,
Yeah.
lovely. So
And now-
you've been enjoying them, Paul?
I've been enjoying them, and
Good.
now I'm on to one called Fresh Eggs and Dog Beds, and it's about a couple moving from Colchester to County Clare in the west of Ireland.
Oh.
And I know County Clare a little bit, so they've been going around County Clare looking for an old house, and actually, yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Good. Lovely, Paul. Other things we've been doing this week have been watching television,
Oh yes,
haven't we?
yes.
Yes. What have we been watching on television this week?
We have been watching Unforgotten.
Unforgotten, yes. That's a crime drama, procedural crime drama about cold cases. And I got into that. I thought it was quite good because the actress playing the doodah woman. Oh, I've got a tickle.
What, Cocaine Woman?
No, I've got a tickle in my nose.
Oh, right. I thought you would.
Oh, no.
I thought, no, that's on Superstore.
You thought I was miming cocaine?
Yeah, I did.
That's not a mime of cocaine, Paul.
Oh, right, okay. I wouldn't know. So, yes, Unforgotten.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good show. Also, we've continued with Rupaul's Drag Race UK, Season 3. Is it Season 2?
2.
Season 2.
Season 2. Which
Down-
I really enjoyed the last episode.
Down to the last 4 queens. And this week, sorry, spoiler alert, it was a double Shantae.
Yeah.
You don't often get a double Shantae, but when you do, it's fun.
I was so pleased as well
Yeah.
because,
Ellie couldn't have got voted on.
no, I think Ellie is fab.
She's good.
I think she's really become
She's not
a
as good
favourite
as
of mine.
Bimini.
No, Bimini is great. Bimini
Hashtag
is
Team
great.
Bimini.
Bimini. Bimini Bomboulash.
Hash.
You're losing it again.
Oh god. Hashtag.
Look at those lines.
Stop.
Got all those age lines.
They're not age lines. They're laughter lines, Paul.
No, in your case they're age lines.
No, they're not.
In my case they're laughter lines. I've laughed a lot. You've just aged a lot.
Sorry. Hashtag Team Bimini. There we are.
Are we hashtag Team Bimini?
You bet I am.
You see, yeah,
I think she's going to win.
I think Bimini will win.
I think she'll win. I think
Wow.
she is the most versatile and the most creative queen in the team.
I think, I think creative
is.
rather than imaginative. And that is not being negative to anybody. I think Bimini will win, but I'd love Ellie to win.
I don't think Ellie will win
I
because
don't
I don't
think
think
so.
she's got as strong a personality, and
Yet.
I worry about how Ellie would cope
Hmm.
if she did win the crown. Whereas I think Bimini would cope. I think Bimini's just, I don't know, there's an underlying strength there to Bimini. Yeah, I think she's ready for superstardom. Lovely. So, what else have we
I did
watched?
like the
Oh.
Queen Dick sketch because it had lots of bag of chips sort of things in it, didn't it?
Yeah, but watch it. It's on BBC iPlayer. Lovely. Now
I
we've
didn't
given you all
realise
the
it was
spoilers.
available in the States, but
Yeah, it is.
Jim's watching it as well, so there we are.
Lovely. Come on, let's move on.
We've been watching House in the Place in the
Place
Sun.
in the Sun as usual. That's where I'm getting the smiling thing from. Hi, welcome to Costa Blanca.
We've got a couple here today and they've got £3.50 to spend and they're looking for a place with 3 bedrooms, 16 acres, right next to the beach and a swimming pool.
But the thing is, for that budget, you have to move inland into a cave. So, Anyway.
And your swimming pool's a puddle.
Yeah, let's move on. So we talked about that before. What else has been happening this week? I got the sewing machine out. I did. And I repaired your arsehole, Paul, didn't I?
You did.
Because you've split it again.
Yeah.
You have, outside of the already patched area. So I've repaired it again. That was fun. Took me 5 minutes. And then I decided to repair some torn towels. I know.
Why were they torn?
Why not just throw them away, I hear you say, or turn them into rags for cleaning? I've already got enough rags. They're good Egyptian cotton towels, nice and scratchy now after 20 years. Good for exfoliation. I'm not about to throw them away. They start to wear on the sort of binding on the outside, because that starts to fray. And then, of course, you know, the old rub down. Whoops, rip. And I repaired them rather successfully using Janome.
How have you repaired them?
I've just sort of sewn them together.
Right,
That's it.
okay.
Just
So
sort
I'll
of
be able to...
Yeah, I've pinched the fabric together, sewn it securely with a really strong stitch, and then sort of gone over the seam to sort of neaten it, and it's worked. And I also went round one all the way round to sort of seal in any frayed edges. I was going to make a video, but you know what? I'll just confide in you now. I'm really not into making videos at the moment. I've stepped back a little bit. Other than Sunday Chat and Sunday Chat Extra for our coffee viewers and our podcasts for coffee viewers, coffee listeners, I'm not making as many because I'm just trying to focus on things that need to be done without the camera in my face. I still pop up now and then, like a popping up thing. Yeah. But yeah, so there you go.
But they're old, those towels now, aren't they?
They are literally 20 odd years old.
I think they're, they are 20 years old.
But we like a scratchy towel.
Liberty. I got them at
They
Liberty.
were Liberty. Yeah. We like a scratchy towel because it's a good exfoliator. Anyway, that's enough about
if you have towels with lots of sort of softening things, they tend not to
They don't dry you. They don't dry you. They don't wick away the moisture, which is what a towel's supposed to do rather than slide around your body like a silken sheet.
Yeah, we need wicking. That's what we need. Yeah.
So, lovely. Well, that's virtually it, Paul. It's just a short one this week.
What's there?
What? That's it.
Oh no, that is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it.
I've been invited to have my vaccine.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have an underlying health condition.
I think it's because they saw you laughing and saw the laughter lines and thought he must be older than 39. So you've been invited. I haven't had mine yet.
No. So I'm going to be phoning them all. Doing the thing on the internet, whatever you do.
On the internet, that's easier.
And booking my vaccine. Lovely.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to be prepared for 2 days of side effects that I know some people have had.
Yeah, some have had.
Flu-like symptoms for a couple of days, feeling absolutely dreadful.
But many, many people have had absolutely no side effects whatsoever.
My dad didn't.
No. Your dad didn't?
No.
No, Mum didn't either.
I think older people have fewer side effects.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, the neighbour up from Mum had a few, did she?
Well,
Did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a few. So I think it's just down to your makeup. Yeah.
I do too.
And you've got quite a lot of makeup on, so you'll be fine, won't you?
I haven't got any makeup on, Paul. This is completely and utterly natural.
Oh, natural.
So, that's it for this week's Sunday Chat. Just a short one because we've got quite a few things on the go at the moment in our lives that we need to push on with and get sorted.
Done.
As one does. One needs to get doing. Yes. So lovely. Thanks very much for joining us this week on the sofa here in London.
London time.
London time. And
Is that rain? Or is that hail?
oh,
I think we got a little bit of hail.
there might be a rainbow.
Oh, I
and
can't sing
unicorns.
a rainbow.
So let's say
Unicorn.
let's say goodbye now, Paul. Thank
Bye.
you very much. Take care. Toodaloo, toodle bit, au revoir.
Bye.
Bye for now.